Hello everyone, welcome to today's English online class. Today we'll be reading the first chapter from Class 6 English Honeysuckle book. The name of the chapter is Who Did Patrick's Homework? So this story, Who Did Patrick's Homework, has been written by Carol Moore. Carol Moore was born on 1871 and she passed away on 1961 in United States. She was an American educator, a writer and an advocate for children's libraries. She had won a number of awards like Regina Medal Award, John Newbery Medal Awards. Apart from this, she has written books like Roads to Childhood, Reflections of the Spirit. So this is all about the author, all about the writer. So who is the writer? The writer is Carol Moore. So now, before moving on to the chapter, tell me some answers of these questions. The questions are like, do you like doing homework? Do you do your homework by yourself or do you get help from others? And what type of homework do you usually have? So from these questions and even from the title, that is the topic, we can distinguish that this story is basically related to homework. That means this story is basically related to studies. So now let us move on to the story. This story, Who Did Patrick's Homework, is about a school-going boy. He is a boy of your age. He is just like you. His name is Patrick. Patrick is never interested in doing homework. Rather, he loves to play games. He loves to play games like hockey, basketball, Nintendo, etc. What do you mean by Nintendo? Basically, Nintendo is a video game. So Patrick, he preferred to play games rather than doing homework because according to him, homework was quite boring. So rather than doing his own task, rather than doing his homework, he goes and play. Even his teachers also advised him to do homework, to do his task in order to learn better. But what could he do? He hated doing homework. So instead of doing his homework, instead of doing his task, he always play games. One day what happened? Patrick found that his cat was playing with a little doll. But when Patrick went closer, he found an elf. It was not a little doll, rather it was an elf. What is elf? Elf is a tiny man. Elf is a man of tiniest size. Tiny means small. So Patrick found an elf who was wearing a little wool shirt and a short trouser. The elf was very much scared of the cat and the elf needed help. So at that time, he requested Patrick to save him from the cat, and in return, elf also promised Patrick to grant him a wish. Patrick was very happy. So he rescued the elf from the cat and asked the elf to do his homework in return till the end of the semester. That is till 35 days. At first, the elf was not at all ready. He expressed his anger, but he had no choice because he had promised to grant him a wish. So as he had promised, so now he decided to keep his promise and help Patrick. So as the elf had promised, he began to do Patrick's homework. However, a problem arose. Each time, the elf needed help of Patrick, and Patrick used to help him in whatever ways. As elf did not know all the subject, he used to ask for help every time. and Patrick had to read words with meanings for Elf. Elf knew nothing about maths, he knew nothing about history. So while solving the problems of mathematics, Elf took the help of Patrick. Even history was also troublesome for Elf, because to the Elf, history was a mystery. That means while doing every task, while doing every homework, he used to take the help of Patrick. It may be English, it may be maths, it may be history. Thus, the Elf involved Patrick all the time while doing his homework. Patrick was reading day and night, and he was working harder and harder than ever. Actually, in reality, he was helping Elf. But in reality, he was learning a lots of things. While helping the Elf, Patrick was learning lots of things. He was working day and night, and the next day his eyes would get puffy. Then days passed by. Exactly after 35 days, that is on the last day of the school, when the semester was over, the Elf went away quietly through the back door. That means he secretly went away through the back door, because he had promised to help Patrick till the end of the semester. And now it is the last day, that is the last day of the school. So he slipped away. He went away out of the back door. Then the result was out. Everyone was very much surprised by seeing the score of Patrick. Patrick scored A grade. Everyone was very happy. Everyone appreciated Patrick, even they praised him. His parents, his teachers, his friends, everyone wondered for the positive changes in Patrick. Patrick became an inspiration. He became a role model for others. He cleaned his own house. He did all his chores by himself. So looking at all this, he became an inspiration for other kids. He developed a whole new attitude. He became a fully different person. But Patrick used to think that it is Elf who helped him to score high. But actually in reality, it was Patrick himself who did all the good. And that helped him in changing his score. So, while helping the Elf, Patrick had learned to work hard, and finally the success was his. Of whom? The success was of Patrick, not that of Elf. So this is all about the story. What do you learn from the story? What is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is hard work is the only key to success. So we should always do our own work. And here Patrick did his own work, and from this he learned the values, and he started doing his own homework. So this is all about the chapter. Thank you.